I apologize about that. I had a technical difficulty thing, sometimes with these live streamings, it cut short. But my bad. We back though. We are back, man, because that sucked for us for a few minutes. But yeah, sometimes with this sometimes with technology, you can't, it's hard to rely on it 100,000% of the time. But we about to get it started though. So I see some people coming back in. I appreciate you guys coming back in. We about to get this hotline started. Let me just give it like a minute, get some more people coming in that got booted off the last one. Shamika, what's up? First, San Diego, MSLP. Is that your real name? Is that your what is that? Is that abbreviated for something? Hi from Chicago, all about Tisha. What's going on, Tisha? All right, I'm so excited for you guys. I'm so excited. If you guys, this is my boy. Shout out to that pillow guy for hooking me up with the pillow. Yes. My honestly, my daughter sleeps with this pillow every night. She sleeps on daddy. Like she doesn't even feel like secure unless she be like daddy's pillow. If anybody doesn't know, I have a daughter. She's 2. She's so precious. But all right, so we're chiming back in. Thanks for everybody that's coming back in from Texas. Hey, from Florida. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate that so much. I put my heart into the content. I try to give out the best. I don't try. I do put out the best content out there. I put my heart into it. Like I don't hold anything back. So for anybody that don't even follow me on Instagram, that's probably where YouTube, Instagram. I say Instagram at Antonio_J_Edwards. So that's my Instagram social handle. Let's go back on. Let's check some. All right, guys. So let's pop a question in. Let's pop somebody's number in. Somebody put their number in. I'm gonna go ahead and call you right now. Somebody put their number in. I'm going to go ahead and call somebody right now on speakerphone. I'm going to put it right here by the mic so the whole audience can hear what he or she is asking me. If you guys can hear me, put a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up right now if you guys can hear me. People that's on IG Live, go to my YouTube Live right now. All you gotta do is go to my last story, swipe up, and you put your number in. I'll call you and I'll answer your real estate questions. All right, I got a lot of thumbs up. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Giant 864. Okay, I see somebody's number. Okay. Let's see. All right, so I'm calling somebody right now, literally on speakerphone. So hopefully everybody can hear this person. Let me see, who is this person? Mr. Jules. Tag, you're it, man. Mr. Jules, you're it. I'm calling you, bro. What's going on, Mr. Jules? Where you at? Okay, Mr. Jules, I just called you. All right, somebody put their number in. I'm trying to call some people so I can get some questions answered. Mr. Jules, I just hit you up, man. You just missed a phone call. You just missed a phone call. Mr. Phone call. Mr. Phone call. My Instagram is we'll just say Antonio_J_Edwards. All right, it's pretty simple. FYI, I try to it's somebody I've been trying to get my social Antonio Edwards for a long time. I DM'd this dude for so freaking long. I'm trying to buy my social handle because I want @AntonioEdwards. And this guy, this person who has my Instagram, if you're watching this, I will buy my social handle from you right now. If you're in this YouTube live or if you watch this later on, I will buy it from you. Throw me a price, bro. I want my social handle at Antonio Edwards. I don't want @Antonio_J_Edwards. I want @Antonio Edwards. But the person who has that hasn't been on Instagram since 2015. So he's wasting my YouTube handle. All right, somebody. All you guys are chiming in, but you're not putting your phone number in. Let's guys. I need you to put your phone number in. I know you're not. I know y'all guys not scared to ask questions. Got people that's on IG Live. Go to my YouTube Live. All you gotta do is go to my last story, swipe up, put your phone number in, and I'll ask you questions. All right. People that's putting phone numbers on IG Live, go to YouTube Live right now. Let me. Somebody put their phone number in. I want to answer you guys' question. Let's see what we got here. I'm getting. Maybe it's a little lag or something because people saying they're putting their phone number in. I'm getting. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If you can hear me, give me a thumb. Okay, I see some. You know what? It's probably the reason why the numbers are not coming in because everybody's trying to put their number in. I think it's coming in slow because I just saw a number come in. But here we go. FGF Basketball Academy. I'm calling you. Whoever you are, I'm calling you. This Rick from Cleveland. I'm about to call you, man. So 216-278-3722. All right, Rick, I'm calling you, bro. I'm calling you. Rick, what's going on, bro? How you doing? I'm great. I'm great, man. You say you in Cleveland? Yeah, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, it's still cold out there, huh? Yeah, that's what's up, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, my actually the wifey of mine just came back from Sandusky, Ohio yesterday. I'm pretty sure you heard of Sandusky with Cedar Point. Yeah. So whenever I go to Ohio, see her family out there, we fly into Cleveland, and and that's the closest airport I think to my knowledge, and we drive out to Sandusky. So yeah, I'm definitely familiar with that area, man. So tell me, what's your questions, man? All right, so my question is, well, I started rapping real estate. You know what I'm saying? I had a mentor that was kind of guiding me, helping me understand the formula when you wholesaling. I haven't had a deal yet. I've been doing this for almost it'll be a year in May. Okay. So I wanted to know what strategies or what some things I could do, especially with a budget. Like my budget is like 500 or less. What could I do to wholesale deals, and then also I'm part of this program called Keystone Funding. Are you familiar with that? I'm not. Is that a private lending company? Yeah, it's like a group of partners. Basically, you find a deal for them, and then once the property is fixed and flipped, like you get a percentage from the profit. Okay, that sounds like a fair thing. So your question is basically like what can you do with your $500 a month budget? Yeah, or less. You know what I'm saying? Because some months, vary. Okay. How much time you have on your hands a day? Like idle time is what I call it. How much idle time you have? I would say 6 hours. 6 hours? That's a lot of time, bro. I mean, awesome. So I say this to everybody: if you don't have money to put in, a lot of money to put into marketing, now that you're gonna have to basically put your timing to it, because money can be a leverage to alleviate you putting your time in. So if you don't have a lot of money, like $500 is not a lot of money, to be honest with you, as far as a marketing budget for a business. So what I would say is to drive for dollars, man. I mean, I mean, by far, I mean, me personally, if I had $500 to do it, if I had $500 to put into my business every single month, which is like, what's that? Is that $6K a year? $6,000 a year. I would, you say you have 6 hours a day of your time. Drive for dollars 3 hours a day. I mean, you have to be hungry for it, bro. So if you really want this and you're trying to do a wholesale deal with $500 a month, I would drive for dollars 3 hours a day. To me, to be honest with you, you got 6 hours of your time. That's a huge opportunity because a lot of people don't have 6 hours of their time to work into their business, starting out. So I would drive for dollars 3 hours a day, and jot down the addresses, and you'll cross-reference those on your city tax assessor website in Cleveland or Ohio, and what you want to do, you want to skip trace these addresses and names that you get. Now, the skip tracing part's not going to be that cheap. That's where your money, your $500 will start, being decreased per record, because skip tracing could be between 30 cents and up, give or take, per record. But I mean, when I hear skip tracing, I don't think cheap, because any cheap services out there with skip tracing, you're not going to get best data back. So all this 5 cent, 6 cent shit, to be honest with you, that's not the best sources. So I would go with like skipgenie.com, which is a good one. We're actually about to launch. We're about to launch something real big next week, man. It works for somebody like you about, far as like, a little marketing budget, which we're crushing right now in my business. It's called Leads Made Easy, and that's going to have a skip tracing service in it. So, but right now, if you want to start today, go drive for dollars, cross-reference those, at least get you about 50 properties. The ones that needs work, look vacant, got some tall grass, maybe some yellow pages on the yard that like it hasn't been picked up in about 6 months. And technically, these going to be in your low-end areas, like your C to D class type areas. Your A to B class might not have as much distressed properties in them. They might be a little more hard to find. But you go to your C, your D class areas, drive for dollars, get about 50 properties, skip like maybe 50 properties within like a day or two span, cross-reference those on your site, and skip trace those. And what you want to do, you'll cold call them. They already know they vacant because you've seen them, right? Yeah, and you skip trace and be like, "Hello, my name is Rick. I would like to buy your." I was just driving the neighborhood looking at some investment properties, and I happened to stumble across your property on 123 Cleveland Street. I would like to buy your property, cash. I can close in 14 days, 7 days, however you want to say it. A lot of people are not going that route, to be honest with you, because a lot of investors give up in the how to start phase. And the more digging you do, the more data digging search you do, the more opportunity you find in real estate, FYI. So, you go on that physical route, and doing that, is vacant for a reason, and it's beat up. So you find that gold gem out of 50, you might score 2 wholesale deals, man.
Right. I just find it it's easier to find a property that you can fix and flip because they be already under contract or already they be on the market already. So like that'd be easy to find a property that, and I could fix up and everything. But finding a property to wholesale, like I tried driving for dollars. I was outside for like 8 or 10 hours where I'm at, like in a suburb outside of Cleveland called Euclid. So I was driving for dollars for like 10 hours. And like I couldn't find no properties that were vacant, and all the ones that were vacant, they already had a realtor already plugged in to them. So
okay, go to your local real meetings too, man. You want to be you want to be in your real estate bubble as much as you can. Meeting people that's in that, especially in your local market. You want to get to know. I mean, because word of mouth is everything too. And you go to your local real meetings, telling people what you do. I would joint venture with other wholesalers. That's always a great thing. I used to do that a lot. Like my first 3 years, I joint venture with it. You know, he might have a new person starting out might have a deal, but you may have a buyer you can connect them with. You know what I mean? So the more wholesalers you know, don't overlook your wholesalers in market. You want to know who's moving and shaking and who's starting out too. And a lot of the new wholesalers go to local real meetings, network with these people, because that wholesaler might have a $5,000 a month budget, and you just maybe joint venture with him or team up and be like, hey, bro, or hey, Mr. or Mrs. You know, I got a $500 a month budget. How about this? I'll team up with you. You say you got a $2,500 a month budget. How about I'll help you sell them. I'll put out the bandit signs to sell the house for you, and you give me a percentage. You know, just basically trying to get your weight into the door. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way you can. And it's not hard with real estate. Joint venturing with people, that's very easy to do. Especially when you go to your local real meetings, you'll see a lot of investors and wholesalers per se. And you just network, man. You sound like you're a really outgoing person, talkative, good person. So, man, you just go out there and let people know what you do. You'll be good, bro.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely pushing towards it. You know, I'm definitely part of like, you know what I'm saying, certain like cash buyers.
Can you hear me?
Forums on Facebook. So like I'll be trying to build a network with other people outside of the state.
Dope.
Like, you know what I'm saying, to work on that. And then, you know, I'm just ready. I'm ready to get my first deal.
100%, bro. No, you gonna do it, bro. And are you on my subscriber list?
Yes.
Hey, bro. Hey.
I was gonna try to get that skip tracing, but then one other thing that I was like, oh, I can't do it right now. But I definitely plan on getting that skip tracing program that you guys do.
Man, hey, we about to freaking change the game, the way people get leads, man. I mean, and we built it, man. We've been working on this for a year, FYI. So, and we're getting to probably about 50 to 60 seller leads a day in my market. So we made this where the person, because I remember when I got started, I was like you. I didn't have a $500 a month budget, man. You got $500 a month budget and you got 6 hours of time a day. Like I would mesh those together, but I was putting out 100 bandit signs out in my streets in my local market back when bandit signs was a thing. Now, if you're trying to do bandit signs, to FYI people, if you're trying to do bandit signs to find sellers, is very tough. It's competitive. Everybody and their mom doing that. So you got to find other alternatives. Now, I'm not saying it don't work. It's just hard going that route. So we found that we have an issue where we're going to let the cat out the bag next week of how to obtain seller leads, and even it works for buyer leads too. But this comes in on steroids, man. So just stay tuned for about a week, but now in a week, drive for dollars, and maybe you'll score a deal within that time. But just be on the lookout, bro. And we got you, man. I want to make some more calls, man. I appreciate your time, Rick.
Oh, thank you.
All right, bro. All right. So, guys, put some numbers in. Was that okay? Was that good? Could you guys hear that conversation? All right. We got Day Day. What's going on? This ain't the rapper Day Day, is it? Is this the rapper Day Day or not? 518. All right, Day Day tag, you're it. Go to my YouTube live right now, all the IG people. Go to my last story. I'm about to cut this IG short. What's going on, Day Day? Hey, bro, anytime, man. How are you? Where you at, man?
I'm in New York right now, man.
Oh, okay. So you're in another cold spot.
Yeah. So I had a couple questions, man. I've been following for a while.
Dope.
I've been looking at your videos, and I mainly was actually the beginning of the yellow buses. So I did the yellow letter thing, like you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing 50 every Monday, right? And my phone been ringing like crazy. I'm in
Dope.
New York.
Okay.
So for 3 weeks straight, my phone been ringing. I've been going out the properties. I got two problems. So my first problem is a lot of properties are coming across. They're not vacant. They got tenants in it. And I look at it like, if I'm gonna get the deal with the landlord, right, that want to sell a property, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is my buyer gonna want the tenant in it?
Yeah. I mean, because I'm a buyer myself. As long as those tenants are paying on time, they're not like shitty tenants. I would take a property and they're paying a decent, you know, rent every month. Yeah, I would take that all day as a buyer. Most buyers will.
Now what if the new buyer doesn't like the way that the tenants keeping apartment? Because this is my second file, right? So I got 2 properties under contract right now, right? So I caught 1 lead off of my yellow letter, and I got 1 lead off of Facebook, right? So the one that I got off my yellow letter, the guy wanted to sell, right? Now the property brings in 21K.
Okay.
That's what every tenant paying rent. They've been there for a long time. But when I went to the property and I have it under contract, when I went to the property, I don't feel like a buyer, when they see it, is gonna want the property to stay just like that. And I do believe if it's not broke, then don't fix, you know, have to fix it. But when I personally went to the apartment, I feel like if a person sees that, they're definitely gonna want to be like, okay, yeah, we want to remodel.
How long has the tenants been in that property?
So we got 1 tenant that's been there for 10 years, another one that's been there for 3, and another one that's been there for 1. All paid on time.
If I was in, I mean, even if the property needed work, I mean, it seemed like there's some quality tenants. I wouldn't like reinvent the wheel. But on the flip side, I mean, have you've been trying to like market it for it to find an end buyer, right?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find my end buyer right now for that property. I got another one that I'm about to tell you about, but I'm trying to find an end buyer for that. I just went and took my pictures. I got it online. I've been getting a couple of calls, and I'm trying to show this thing off right now. You know what I mean? But a couple of people have said, you know, when I showed them the pictures, you know, what happened with the tenants.
It could be one main problem with this. I mean, it seems like it's a cash. I mean, it's an occupying, it's a performing asset. Maybe the price is too high, man. Maybe it could be 2 things: either price is too high, or you haven't marketed enough. What are you asking for the property?
So basically, do 160, right? I did an ARV on it. Right?
60K. 60.
The dude wants 60. Huh?
$60,000.
Yeah, he wants 60. I was marking it at 72.
Okay, and you said this is okay. So how much is the tenant paying a month?
Each one's paying $1,000 a month.
So this is a triplex.
Yeah.
A triplex, and he's asking 60K.
Yeah.
That sounds cheap to me, man. That sounds like a good deal. I don't. What do you? Okay. What type? What type of marketing have you done, man?
So I do
Facebook. Facebook what? When you say Facebook, are you running Facebook ads? There's a few things you can do on Facebook. Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace.
I'm actually just doing it through the marketplace. Yeah.
Okay.
I got Craigslist. I got what do you call that? Zillow.
Okay. Okay.
Now, I'm not really worried about that one. Now, this is my second question real quick. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So this other property I got on contract, right? That this guy, you know, my mayor was going to be at 65. He straight up was like, hey, we want 54. So I was like, all right, home run. Now, the first thing I think I messed up at, because now I got this deal out of state, Massachusetts. So I didn't know my New York lawyer couldn't do the deal in Massachusetts. I had to get a whole Massachusetts attorney.
Okay.
So I found a Massachusetts attorney that's cool with the whole deal, right? Now, how do I say to the seller, hey, I need you to sign this new contract because I put my wrong attorney on it?
You just do an addendum. It's addendum to contract. Well, like, hey, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, I just need you to sign a quick addendum. You always got to make it sound simple, man. I want you to sign this quick addendum. You know, all we're doing, I mean, that doesn't even sound like a huge issue, man. Like, you just want to switch your attorney. But like, hey, I just want to, you know, we're just changing our attorney's name, the attorney that we're using on this specific transaction. Just want to sign this addendum real quick. I mean, that's simple, man. I mean, there's times I switch my buyer name.
I just didn't want him to get nervous, like, hey, what's going on? Because he hasn't asked no questions.
Well, if you haven't went, I mean, you guys watching this, if you're working with these sellers and you locking contracts up, don't lock it up today and then 3 weeks later, the day of closing, calling your seller. You want to keep your seller warm. You want to hold their hand, whether it's you or somebody on your team, holding their hand throughout the entire time of that ratification contract process. So, no, if you just say if you was calling him like, let's say 2 or 3 days out the week until closing, and then that time came like with this an addendum situation, is no problem because you already have that rapport built. I mean, it's, you know, I had to change my buyer's name from like 2 weeks ago. I purchased property. Well, I was buying a property in my LLC, and I decided to put it in a land trust like the last week. And my title company is like, well, you need to, you know, do an addendum with the seller, which we had a rapport. So I had my acquisitions guy call him up. It was no problem. He just not initial, but he signed and dated addendum, and it was a done deal. It didn't take long. So just keep the rapport building during your phase while you got on the contract with your seller. You'll be good to go, man. Because if sellers get cold, man, like you got to figure these people are like real. It's in a real funny situation. You know, they got a property in the contract. They're trying to sell. They're motivated. It could be some, you know, whatever their motivation level is. So you walk away with just say like a 21-day closing, and this is on their mind every day. Like I got this contract with this guy for $60,000, and like 3 days go by. Just say 2 weeks go by. They're cold, man. They're kind of nervous. Like, where does this buyer go? Like, he hasn't called me. You know, so you got to put yourself in their shoes. So you want to make them feel warm and feel better, like every time, like, you know, it makes them feel better every time you call them. So even if it's nothing for like, maybe like every Friday or once a week, you'll call them. But we like to do at least twice a week.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, we give them update. Hey, Mr. Seller, just give me an update. You know, the title's been ran. You know, we're looking good next week. Hey, Mr. Seller, just give you an update. It's getting close to how you been, you know, and you should know a little bit about their personal life. So how was your job at the shipyard or something? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, just hold it. I don't personally do this. I have people on my team that do this, and it helps for closing, man. You don't want to like go 3 weeks, and I know this is illegal, and 3 weeks later the freaking seller sold your deal to somebody else, to another wholesaler, and it already closed. Yeah, but I'm gonna make another call, man. I appreciate your time, bro. And going back to your first, going back to your first question, though, I will put out some bandit signs work for selling properties, but finding sellers is hard. So I put out about 20 to 30. I say about 30 bandit signs to sell that property, because a triplex that you asking $72K and it's all occupied, all 3 units, sounds cheap to me. So I don't know what type of class the area is, but I will put out about 30 bandit signs. You know, triplex for sale, $72,000, fully occupied, 72 grand. Thank me later, bro.
I appreciate you, man. Your videos, man. Keep it up, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right, no problem. Have a good night, man. All right, let's get some more numbers coming in. I got some more. Okay. Get some more numbers. John Johnson, I got you coming up, man. I got you coming up. Give me some thumbs up if this is good stuff, you guys. Give me thumbs up, please. I want to know, because I'm very passionate about this real estate stuff and just helping others become like free, man. It's definitely shit we don't get taught in school. But if this is good stuff, give me some thumbs up. Awesome. So let me John Johnson, I'm hitting you up right now.
Yes. Hello?
John, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Antonio? How you doing, man?
I am great, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm glad you called.
Yeah, where you calling in from?
From San Angelo, Texas.
Oh, Texas. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's what's
Texas out here, man.
That's what's up, man. Well, how can I help you, man? What's your question? I definitely want to answer.
Okay. Well, I've been interested in investing for the past year, right? Haven't closed any deals yet. Started off wholesaling, but that didn't really work for me, I guess. But had an opportunity, this past month.
Okay.
There's an older woman. She was selling her house for $120K. ARV was actually $120K, but she wants to own her finance. Ooh. Yes, in Texas.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to do like the least option type deal, I guess.
I love the sound of owner financing. It's one of my favorite strategies.
Is it?
Yeah, man. So what's your question? You stuck on how to structure that deal?
Well, actually, I had a little help from another investor, but I'm kind of like second guessing everything, because I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it. Because the older woman, she has $60K in equity. She only owes $54,000 left. But I got her, you know, to eventually say, okay, I'll let you own her finance with a lease option. You know, you can bring a tenant in if you want, but I don't know if there's going to be much room for, I guess, like profit for me later. You
don't know if it's going to be what for later?
Enough room for profit later. You know, as the time goes, you know, I'm not sure exactly like what to do afterwards. After I start getting these monthly payments from this tenant.
Well, in this type of case, it's okay to have a property with little equity. I mean, no equity is no equity, but little equity when you taking over deals like that. But you want to make sure. Can you hear me? Yeah, you want to make sure if you're doing that, you want to make sure that the cash flow, the net cash flow, is good amount net cash flow every month. Because that's you're looking at long term in this type of strategy. It's a pretty advanced. I mean, it's not super advanced, but it's kind of advanced strategy if you haven't done that before. And you know, just because you said it has $60,000 worth of equity, that's a good amount of equity for you.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, so I mean what's your worries?
She's trying to cash out on that though. That's the thing.
Oh, so she's asking over $100,000.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so she's asking $100,000. So she want cash.
Well,
or she's willing to take a.
Make the payments.
Okay.
The payments are gonna go towards her, but eventually it's gonna get to the point where she's done paying so much. You know, I think she's going to pay off her mortgage. I'm not gonna touch her mortgage.
Okay.
She owes $54,000.
So she owes $54,000. She's gonna bring $54,000 to the closing table, and she's willing to take a note on the $60K. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you would just be paying. So basically, you just be having one note on $60K. So what would be your monthly payment on $60K? Let's break this down.
She wants $925 per month.
$925 per month. You in Texas? What would be rents of what you can get for that property?
We can get $1,250 for this property.
Is the $925? That's not including taxes and insurance, correct?
No, sir. We pay taxes and insurance at the end of every year. I believe a total like $2,000. I believe.
So 2,000. So we're breaking numbers. So that's roughly about close to $200 a month.
Right. Yes, sir.
So what's 200 plus 925?
1,125.
And what you can get a month?
About 125. About
How much you get a month in rent?
$1,250.
Okay, I'm just making so you can see this picture. It's $1,250. So where we at right now with your payment plus your taxes?
$1,125.
Okay, so how much is property insurance? You gotta pay property insurance because you just paying her personal interest.
Well, yeah.
Property.
That $2,000 that includes the insurance as well.
Okay, so you basically pocket like $100 and so bucks a month, $125. Right. Yeah, I won't do that's a no deal, bro.
No deal.
No, right. I wouldn't do it. It's too tight. Too tight. If you had maybe like a 400, 500, net. Yeah. I mean, renegotiate your terms with her. See if she can get it down about like $700 a month, man. I mean, $600 a month. I mean, actually 920. Now I'm thinking about 925 on a $60K purchase is freaking high. What's the interest rate?
I don't even know that, man. I have no idea.
Okay, download the app. The letter E, the letter Z calculators on your smartphone. Download that, and it's all types of calculators from on the ROI calculator. But I want you to go to the loan calculator and just plug and play. 60K, 5%, 30 years. 60K, 10%, 30 years. 60K, 10 years, 7%. Like, and see what's going to get you, and then you just hit her with some options because that's going to be a principal and interest payment. Plus, you got to keep in mind you want to whatever agreement that I hope y'all agree upon, you're gonna have to add that $2,000 a year and break that down to how much that's gonna be a month on top of your payment. And you already know you can get $1,250 a month. So I'm trying to get you, if you can get $400, $500 a month, even $300 a month is cool. That's probably the bare minimum. But between $300 and $500 net cash flow should go in your pocket, bro.
All right, sounds good, man.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too, Tony. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, so let's get some calls coming in. Let me call out some people. Let me get some more numbers. Guys, let me get some more numbers while we're waiting on that. This is a for those who don't know, this is called, I just closed on this property here. This is a settlement statement. We call this a HUD statement, HUD one. Some people call it a settlement statement, okay? So I just closed on the property, and without me showing my address, of course. Let's see. All right, so this is the settlement statement, as you can see. This is the buyer side. I bought this property for 43.6. Okay. This is the buyer side, and this is the seller side right here. Okay. So again, this is the buyer side, this column, and this is the seller side. This second page breaks down my closing costs as a buyer. My closing cost for this total was $1,921.90. The seller side, the seller had to pay $2,180. So I purchased this property for $43,000. Purchased property for, let me see if I can see that. Kind of blurry. Anyway, I purchased property for $43,000, and I had to pay $921.90 in closing costs. Right? So when you're buying properties, not wholesaling, if you haven't bought a property before, you want to factor in your closing costs in your HUD. That's very important. I mean, factor in your closing costs that's in your HUD, in your numbers. So if like for example, this is a $43,000 property. If I was basing my numbers like I did here, I want to base my numbers. Okay, this is going to cost around about this much in closing costs. Now, the reason why I'm paying $1,921.90 because I agree to pay some of the seller's closing costs. Usually be cheaper than that because some people that's buying, that buy properties on this live, like, damn, that's a lot for closing costs for a $43,000 house. So you want to factor in your numbers with closing costs in addition to your purchase price and your repairs. And if you don't know how to know the number for your closing costs, just call a title company, give them what you're buying a property for, and like, I'm not going to hold you to it, just give me just a roundabout what my closing costs would be. They know, they close deals all the time. And just be like, being that, just assuming that this property is going to be free, I'm not free and clear, but the title is clear, there's no back taxes, any liens on the property, anything like that. What would be my closing costs on a $50,000 purchase? What would be my closing costs on a $500,000 house? And that's for people out there that don't know how much to factor in for their closing costs. So that's one to give you guys that type of tip right there. But I see some numbers, some more numbers coming in. Marquise, I'm about to call you. Marquise, I'm calling you, man.
Yo, what's going on, King?
Ain't not much, man. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for the call.
No problem. Where you at, man?
I'm here in Atlanta, man. I'm here in Atlanta trying to get through it.
Nice. What you do out there? You do real estate full time, or you?
Yeah, I'm full-time wholesaling right now.
Awesome.
I'm getting the rehab in the future, but I'm in the process of building my capital right now.
Yeah. How's the Atlanta market for you?
Oh man, it's great. It's competitive, but I try to stay focused on what I need to do. I've done a few deals so far. But okay. My questions for you are, what would I need to do to flip the switch and get to the next level as far as building a team and systems? I think that's the biggest thing I have questions about systems.
Okay? So your question is how to. So tell me about your operation right now. Like, break that down to me real quick.
Okay, so pretty much it's me. I drive the dollars. I put out bank signs. I drive the dollars. I skip trade. Been verified, white pages, things like that. Mm-hmm. And I pretty much I cold call all day. And in the evenings I usually do mojo to do my cold calling like that. And I skip trade pretty much the whole day. So my whole day and I take a break here and there from property. Noon to about 8 is just skip trading. email me, text, Facebook, message, or whatever I can do to get somebody on the phone or to know I want to buy, quote unquote.
Gotcha. So you're basically doing all, you're a one-man person in your business.
Yes, sir.
Okay, gotcha. So what things you don't like to do?
The biggest thing I don't like doing is cold call.
Okay, so why won't you hire somebody to cold call?
Okay, I'm interested in that.
Now, how much? I mean, now we're talking about some money. You know, you're gonna have to pay somebody, obviously, a month. You're bringing in an employee or what I call a team member. I don't like to say the word employee, even though I just did it. But how much can you pay a month, no matter if you do deals or not? Let's say if you skip 3 months and haven't done a deal, how much can you pay a month to put a team member in place to cold call?
For VA, 200 to 300, maybe 400.
A month?
Yeah, a month as far as
okay.
Maybe someone in the Philippines and things like that.
Okay. Well, have you thought about somebody in America doing it?
I have not.
I would go to Upwork.com. Put in, put in a job ad. Say, hey, you know, what's your name again? Marquise, right?
Yeah, Marquise.
Yeah, Marquise. My name is Marquise with Atlanta Homes. You know, we are looking for somebody with an expertise of cold calling some real estate leads. You must be aggressive. You must be, must be aggressive. Must have a people personality. And you must be patient. Put patient all caps. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be patient when you're doing cold calls, so you can get a lot of type of personalities. But yeah, so put an ad on up. Have you tried Upwork.com before?
I have not.
Oh yeah, the letter P like Paul, work, WORK.com is one word. Upwork.com. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to find some people. I mean, that's why I was asking you, are you just stuck on the Philippines? Yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not mad at it. I mean, we have some VAs in place that do tasks, but it's nothing like somebody that knows our language very well when you're doing cold calling, because you're already cold calling some people that don't know who the heck we are. So then if you have like just say a slight language breaker there, it could be, I'm just throwing it out there, you know what I mean? It could be less, oops, drop the phone. It could be less rapport built off that. But try it. And if you want to go to the Philippine route, I would try that. But I recommend doing trying somebody in Upwork.com. And you know what's good about that, Marquise, and Upwork? You can go to Upwork.com, maybe pull a tab up aside from this YouTube live. I don't know if you're on your computer or whatnot, and you can like search cold calling real estate, and you're gonna see all the people that has their expertise in cold calling and real estate, and you get to see it grades them because other people had hired them too, and it'll say they success rate 90% success rate, 100% success rate. If it says like 20% success rate, we're skipping them. We don't want nobody that has a 20. And you can see the review. So and you can see how much money they made on Upwork too. So I go with the high tiller person, man. I mean, the high pillar person and on Upwork, and you can negotiate your hourly rate because they're team members, so they're going to be charged hourly because you're going to need them in an ongoing type thing. So yeah, I would try Upwork.com, man.
Okay.
All right. Scaling. When you say scaling, are you talking about like hiring people? I mean, because that's part of scaling, taking your time out of the. What's up, Alex? I see you. Yeah. So, what type of systems do you have in place? I know you said you have the Mojo. That's a system. You can put somebody in place to do the cold calling on Mojo. What else do you have? What type of CR? What type?
Right now, I have design days that I go driving for dollars. I have design days that I put out bad design. But I was thinking more of, scaling for the future. I want to get into doing some virtual wholesaling also in other markets. Such as I lived in Tampa for a year ago, so I'm familiar with that market also.
What market was that?
Tampa.
You say Kansas?
Tampa.
Oh, Tampa, Florida. Okay, I got you. Yeah, Tampa is a really, really good market. It's super competitive, but it's definitely you can find some deals out there. They definitely fly off the shelf. But do you have a CRM in system? I mean, in your place, in place to systematize your leads.
Right now, I'm looking into Podio.
Oh, yeah, okay. There you go. There you go. What do you implement your leads at now? What do you have now?
To be honest, right now I'm writing them down. I have books and things like that right now.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to get a CRM like yesterday, man. I mean, if you guys if you want to do deals, writing things down is not gonna really. I would be surprised if you might get lucky to do a deal because you're gonna scramble. You might lose a piece of paper, and you want stuff to be in a database, man. And that's when you start to at least start running. That's running the business, you know. That way, your VA that's doing a cold call and she has a place to plug in the data. That makes sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, it does.
Yeah, so go get your Podio. Podio's free, man. What you waiting on? You can get that done tonight. Let's get this done tonight. Podio.com.
Will do.
Yes, sir. Okay, man. So I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So let's get some Yes, sir. That pillow guy. Thatpillowguy.com. Shout out to that pillow guy. All right, that's the last number I seen that came in was the Jerian. So I'm about to call you 832 479. All right, I'm hitting you up right now, Jerian. I hope I said your name right. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, boss, man? I appreciate you taking the time to call.
Hey, no problem, man. What's going on? Did I say your name right?
Yeah, it's DeGarian.
DeGarian. Okay, that's what's up.
All right, so I've been trying to get a hold of you ever since I saw your first video, you and Mark, with the auction flipper, and man, y'all have truly inspired me. So I have some things going on, so I can't get the full package. I want to get the very basic package, but it doesn't go into detail and explain to me and tell me if it will teach me how to transfer to an end buyer.
You talking about the auction course?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So heck yeah. We have a whole cash buyer section in the auction flipper course, and it tells you in depth how to find an end buyer. And that's not even hard. Once you have a deal under your belt and you did your range of numbers, you know what cash buyers are buying them at, and you're under what they're buying them at. I mean, you can have a zero buys list. That property is going to fly off the shelf if you put it out to the masses. If you put banner signs out, you do the Craigslist thing, Facebook Marketplace. I know somebody mentioned it earlier. You can go to another one is go section 8, the number 8.com. That's a really good place to go to, because a lot of it's nothing but landlords that post their rentals for rent on gosection8.com. So and they leave their number. So it's you can call them, you can cold call them.
Okay, so here's the question. Here's another question into that.
Yep.
Will that course teach me how to not use my own money? Because I know at the end of the video, you said we teach you how to make the deposits without using your own money. And they're going to teach me how to do that?
Now, you do have to put deposits up. It's not a charge. It's just a hold. FYI. So for the auction properties, and this is why I like auction properties, because it doesn't allow everybody and their mom to do it, because everybody don't want to put $2,500 per property as a hold. I mean, you're not even getting charged. It's just for a hold. So, okay, you know how when you check into a hotel, right? And they be like, let me put $300 on your card for incidentals as a hold, but when you check out, they put it back on your card. It's the same thing with the auctions. It's $2,500 to bid on the property, and I think like Hubzu is maybe like cheaper, like $1,000 or something like that. But it's still a hold, and then whether you win or lose the bid, they drop that hold and put it back on your card.
Okay. Okay. And this course, regardless of whatever levels I purchased in this course, it's going to explain that in detail to me so that I understand.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, if you get certified in our auction flipper course, you get funding for your deal. You get access to our funding vault for your deals. That's a whole nother level right there. So you take the test in each section in our auction platform, and then you will unlock you will send you a certification to a certification certificate, and you get unlocked to plug in your deals to get the private lenders that we use and the hard money people we have access to submit your deals, and they'll possibly, if it's a deal, they'll fund your deal. So it has to be, the numbers have to work.
That's not through the basic training. You have to do the full, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any content coming out in regards to REOs? I haven't saw anything.
No. What's your question on REOs? I mean, REOs is, it's really no secret to REOs. I mean, to be honest with you, auction properties are nothing but REOs. So that is the wave of REOs. But if you're talking about REOs, that's on the MLS. Good luck with that, man. unless you got an agent that's like a kick-ass agent in your market that deals with a lot of asset managers from banks and stuff that gets those hot listings, and you have a good relationship. She can send you kind of like first dibs per se. Good luck when they hit the market, man. You're gonna be dealing with like 30, 40 offers at once on a good deal. But auction properties are REO properties as well. And a lot of those auction properties are not on the MLS, which I like. And they are $2,500 to register as a whole. I like that as well because it alleviates a lot of another set of competition.
Okay. So my last question, in your opinion, of course, I'm assuming there will be more value in the middle package than the $97 package. And then with your finance, with your guys, I'm not trying to buy and hold those. I want to simply wholesale those deals and I get an auction. So are they still funding the deposit part if I get the middle package, or that's still on me?
Yeah,
the funding only when it's buy and holds.
Yeah, you're looking for transactional funding. So you can't assign per se. Like you can like go to like a regular for sale by owner type house, put on a contract, and you can wholesale or assign that deal without bringing any money to the table. Is that what you're kind of thinking? You can't. You can wholesale. Or you can wholesale a bank-owned property or auction property, but you can't assign it. So you're going to have to come up with transactional funding if you don't have the funding. So funding for the property. So for an example, if that property you want to bid for 100K, and you have 100K in your bank account, and you have an end buyer at 120, you're going to have to find transactional funding. And all transactional funding is basically funding that people fund you on deals for like a 2 or 3 day period, a shortest period of time. In return, they get usually like a flat fee. It could be $2,000 flat fee, $2,500 flat fee, a $1,500 flat fee. So that's transactional funding. And all you gotta do is Google transactional funding companies, and that pretty much alleviate that problem right there. And there's plenty of companies out there that do transactional funding.
No, absolutely. I'm familiar with transactional funding. I just want to make sure before I pay money into the training, that I knew which course was going to work, because I don't want to be able to use my own money, but I guess I have to use my own money, at least for the deposit part.
Yeah.
Now, the money to hold the property still to submit the bid or whatever.
Yeah. So
submitting the bid, everything else I can outsource that funding.
Absolutely. So now again, people that's watching, he's talking about online auction properties. That's not assigning, and a lot of people want to know how to like wholesale and like get a property in the contract and assign it to an end buyer. This is a totally different strategy. So online auction properties is auction.com, hubzu.com, like zoom.com, hustleandmarshall.com, realtybid.com. Now they put these, instead of putting them on the MLS, they put it on these online auction sites. They're already been foreclosed. They're already REOs, meaning they're foreclosed properties. And you get the bid on it. It might be a property that's worth 100K, and the bid might start at 10K. Now, it's not going to go for 10K. More 99% of the chance it's not going to go for 10K. But if you're just say you range your numbers and you see that buyers are buying them at 50K, you want to be under 50K. So it starts at 10K. You might need to stop at 30. That might be your max, or your 35, whatever profit you want to make. So just say your max is 35 and it started at 10, and you put in the first bid at 5,000. Now it's at 15. Somebody bid another when it goes 20, then you need to be at, it goes 25, and then it stops. Then you got the property at 25. So that's kind of what these auction properties are. They're online. They're very, to me, it's fun to do. You have you been on one yet?
No, man. I've been waiting to talk to you before I put any money down for the credit card.
Yeah. So how do you? Yeah, it depends what your situation is. Like, do you want to start with online auction properties, or do you want to, like, because right now,
I've been doing wholesale. So
okay,
doing the wholesale deals.
Yeah,
I just know if you have content on it, but I wanted to get into the auction because it's not as much competition.
100%. The online auctions requires money, but it's the best deals. The wholesale deals, like the, finding the for sale by owners, where most people is watching this, marketing to find a lead. Those are deals too, but it's more competitive. So you have to get more ninja-like with your marketing, which we're presenting a ninja technique to find leads next week called Leads Made Easy. So, yeah. So if you have some money to register, again, it's just a hold, but you still have to have a $2,500 somewhere, whether it's a credit card or something. Again, your credit card's not getting charged, but if you have $2,500 to register for a property on an online auction, I would go for it. Okay.
Today, and then we'll begin that process and start trying to figure out which way to go. So there's really, there's no major difference other than certification between the basic course and the middle course.
Once you get certified, you get the funding. You get access to funding to submit your deal to our trusted and certified private lenders, hard money guys, small institutional banks that you submit your deal, they'll call you. And if it's a deal, they'll fund it. They go based off the numbers, not you. So it depends where you're at. Whether if you want to go that extra route and get the certification where you can get the funding, or you just want to get the basic package and just get the actual course itself.
So I think it would be of more value to go ahead and do the middle one.
Okay, sounds good, man. I appreciate your time, man. Let me make some more phone calls. So appreciate your time. No problem. All right, I haven't got a female on the phone yet. That's odd. Is it good to wholesale homes with liens? If they have a mortgage on the property, that's a lien. Long as the numbers work, that's fine. Guys, go ahead and give me your phone number so I can give you a call. I see RL Spine from Chicago. All right, I'm giving you a call. I hope I put it in right. Yeah, I think I did. RL, what's going on?
What's going on, Antonio?
I'm good, man. You calling from the Shy, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice.
I got like 2 questions for you, Antonio.
Okay.
My first question is, what would be your simplest way to estimate an ARV?
Okay.
Not make it complicated.
Okay. I would go to, guys, download this app. I've been using this app for a while now. It's a really nifty app. Go to download the app. It's called Upraise. UPRAZE. Upraise. Just download the app and you plug and play. A couple mortgage brokers put me onto this. This is how they do like desktop or some. I mean, between you and everybody's watching this, a lot of desktop appraisals use this to do desktop appraisals. And they'll charge you $150. But anyway, it's a very nifty app, man. And it's more accurate than Zillow and all that. I like it. So it'll give you what that property is worth. And then what you see, what the property say, if it's worth $100K, it'll say 100K, and then you times that. Oh, before I do that, it asks you, do you want to add any more up in addition? So to give you 100K, and it'd be like, do you want to add anything else to boost that 100K value? So, and if you say yes, it'll be like, okay, did you did you update the kitchen? And you say yes, and it'll be like, okay, what'd you update? And it has the check boxes, countertops. I added appliances. And it's just say you checked all those boxes for the kitchen that you updated, and they say how much. Just say if you put $5,000 to a kitchen, and then be like, what year? And then boom, it went from 100K to 105 or 104. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a really nifty app. Again, it's called Upraise, UPRAZE. Yeah. Yeah. So once you do that, it's more to it though. You have the something called the AR. You have the you got the what pretty much what the market value of that property is. So I hate to do this, but because I don't really do this, but you said the easiest way, because I can get technical with it, but times it by, to make it conservative for you, times it by I'm gonna say 70%. Times by 70%, which 100, and just say go back to 100K times 70%, that gives you $70,000 minus repairs. So minus 20K in repairs, you at 50. Wait, there's more. What's your assignment? How much you want to make on your assignment fee?
Right. So you minus that.
Minus that. Boom. And that's your maximum allowable offer, your MAO that you want to offer your seller.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you said something about repairs. That's my next thing. Like, I don't want you to give me all of your way how you do things, but like, what's the easiest way to like come up with repairs?
It's a great question. So what's the average square feet you're looking at?
In Chicago, it depends on the neighborhood. I would say, I mean, a three bedroom, probably about 1,200 to 1,300 square feet.
Okay, the most you probably pay for 1,200 square feet blown out with a pop look to it, maybe 35, 40K.
Okay.
I say 40K. I mean, I know that's kind of vague, but it's hard. It's hard.
When you coming up with repairs, you don't have to be accurate, but you got to be at least close, right? Because I mean,
yeah, as a wholesaler.
Anybody gonna come in and do their own numbers anyway, do their own due diligence anyway, right?
As a wholesaler, yep. You don't have to be. Now, if you're going in rehab, and that's a little more, advanced. You want your numbers better be spot on as close as possible. But if you're wholesaling, I mean, I always tell wholesaler, the new people, be like, hey, I got a deal. I'm only asking 50K. I only needs 5K in repairs. I'm like, only 5? Yeah, right. I don't believe that. And I go and I look at it like, that this thing need about 30. So you don't want to try to minimize your repair number. Try to think the worst case scenario. Reverse that.
I've been following you for a long time. I have most of many courses, but I'm tired of looking for the real road, so I'm really trying to like crack down.
Are you on my subscriber list?
I believe so. Yeah, I know you did the auction flip. I know you had the REI things. I know you got a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're releasing something next week. I'm super excited about, man. We've been freaking crushing. Actually, people on my team say I'm crazy for letting it out the bag, but hey, I mean, I want to help people, man.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest thing, man. I would be up just trying to figure out the repairs and like come up with the ARP super complicated.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this game is not complicated. People make it complicated. It's not hard, man. It's all about one thing. School did teach us how to add and subtract and do our times tables and divide. And this pretty much is really what this game is about: is crunching numbers all day, finding deals and crunching numbers, man. Find deals, crunch numbers, and of course, if you want to like start buying houses, you got to find the money. So those three main things. But the other than that,
appreciate it, Antonio, man. I hopped on late too, and I seen when nobody sending their numbers. I'm like, let me see if you gonna give me a call.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are more texting their questions, which I'm not gonna really be getting into that. They gotta put their number in. So, but appreciate your time, man. All right, thanks. All right, guys. So I see some people coming in. This right here, Upraise. Upraise is the app. That's the app right there that we use in our business to come up with some quick market values of properties. Very, very cool app. Very cool app. So let me see what's got some numbers here. Mr. GG, well, I got you. I'm about to hit you up. You guys getting some good stuff? Give me some thumbs up if you guys I'm getting some good information out of this live tonight. What's up? What's up, man? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh man, I'm chilling, man.
Okay, you're a little fuzzy. It's kind of hard to hear you a little bit. Okay, it's really bad reception. I mean, it's like real, like choppy and fuzzy.
Hello?
Oh, there you go. There you go. I don't know what you did, but there you go.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Yeah, I apologize about that. Okay. No, I was just telling you that, yeah, this wholesaling business is really terrific, man. It blessed me and my daughter.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm a single father, man. I'm a big guy that's inside the auction flipper VIP, man.
Dope.
Certified.
Nice, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have you done an auction deal? Have you done an auction deal yet?
No, not yet, man. Not yet. I had a couple questions about them, but I've been doing a lot of traditional wholesale deals. And funny thing about it, your video is one of the videos that I promote. Your wholesale 101 video, man. And a lot of my guys in the hood, different people who hate their jobs, they love your video, man. I'm telling you, man.
Appreciate it, man. That means a lot to me, man. Yeah.
I'm talking the old video you made, man. It still works today.
Oh, man. Man, the stuff, I mean, guys, people who just subscribe to my YouTube channel, they can go back, man. I mean, the stuff I provide is like, is retro. It's timeless. So it works. It still works. But, where you calling from again?
I'm born and raised here, man. I'm in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, dope. Gotcha.
Yeah, man. After I got your video, I started flipping, like you said, hood houses, man. I was getting them, man, and we getting houses out here so cheap, man. It's crazy, man. There's motivated sellers in the hood, in the ghetto, selling these houses as low as $1,000 out here, man.
Now, I mean, as long as it's not like a freaking the whole roof caving in. I mean, $1,000.
Yeah, the roof will cave in, the foundation be caving in. You get under contract for like $1,000. Flipping for like a quick 8, man.
Yeah, that's real talk.
6, 7, man, and they don't care because a lot of the in our area, a lot of the Hispanics and the Africans, they love them. They'll turn them into buying whole rentals real quick. Yeah, like the slumlords. Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny though, and I'm gonna let people know this. Like when you guys, if you that's how I got in the game. I came in the game. I made a lot of money flipping, wholesaling, assigning hood houses, HOOD, not HUD, but HUUD, hood houses, and like you said, I don't think it's more investors buying cash deals in hoods than any other class type areas.
I'm telling you.
That's a good way to get. Only thing I don't like about hood, like I don't do as much wholesaling hood housing no more. Like I do keep some turnkey ones out there, FYI. But the only thing I don't like about it, you get them so cheap on the contract. Like you said, there's so many motivated sellers they beat up and stuff. You get them on the contract for $1,000 or $5K or whatever market you guys in. A hood house might be $300,000 in LA or something for a beat up house. But the $1,000 hood houses, the $5,000 ones, if a title pops up, like a title issue pops up, that wipes away the whole deal. That's the only thing I don't like about that.
It sure does. There's like what I call is a red flag. You know, whenever I pull title.
Yeah.
Essentially, you know, a lot of investors, a lot of new wholesaling teachers and pre-existing coaches, they teach where soon you get the seller on the contract, get the buyer on the contract, then take it to the title company. I absolutely disagree with that. What I do is I put the seller in the contract, and immediately, it depends on your title company, right, and your closing attorney. In our state, we use title companies out here. I take it straight to the title company. So then the title search is already done, prepared, ready to go. So when I install that buyer, then boom, he can just bring that check there. We're done. I've already factored my closing costs, title insurance fees, the recording fees, the search fee, all that is factoring your numbers, just like your videos teach, and everything. And it's been working for me. And I'm going on almost 4 years doing this, and this has been absolutely terrific. Me and my daughter, now we don't do hood houses no more. My daughter's only, 10 years old.
Yeah.
But I'm a single father. But I don't do hood houses much no more. Now I do more. I try to stick with high equity houses. I just got one house under contract just recently, man. Under contract, man. I talked this lady down from 75 down to 55,000, and I wholesaled it for 98 and made $43,000.
Word.
Fees.
Wow, man, that's powerful, man.
I made $40,000. Wow. Now I was gonna post it in the auction flipper group, but I didn't want to, go ahead, brag too much in the group, because I know it was just auction flipper related. Now this is just traditional wholesaling, you guys. This is just auction flipper type of deal. I would love to get one of those deals, but I just haven't, and that brings me to one of my questions that I have today.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, we're doing great. Yeah, that was my most recent deal.
Good for you.
Congratulations on your 34,000, man.
Oh yeah, hey, just another flip, man. It's another flip. On to the next. That was in the past, bro.
Hey, you heard me? Yeah, you gotta keep it moving, man. I tell everybody every week, your goal should be talking to sellers every week or having sellers call you.
100%. What's your question, man?
But let me get to my question. My question is, on an auction flipper system, we can go ahead and we can find properties on there. But the thing is, the most difficult thing about it, man, is ciphering through what is specifically deals. That's number one. Number two, a lot of the times, man, you try to get in contact with the agents and the brokers. They don't pick up the phone.
That's normal. That is all the people that's watching this. Agents not picking up the phone is a normal thing. Keep it moving. Call the next one. The one you will know when you got a good agent. I mean, you only need like a good one, if not one. I would say one really good one, but you stick with that one. But maybe two, no more than two. But you will know when you get a good agent because they keep feeding you deals that people like, hey, this one just reduced, or hey, I got this one. Somebody's in my office. They email you or text or call you on a daily basis, if at least a few days out the week, and they're hungry. That when you have a hungry agent. But most of the agents are lazy. I'm not gonna lie, they're lazy.
They're either lazy or some of them, man, they're greedy and overconfident. It's crazy,
Yeah.
Some of them are arrogant. They're arrogant pieces of shit. To be honest with you, they wave around the license.
Gotcha.
It's different. We're investors and everything. I don't want to, be the dead horse with that. But my question is that how do you siphon through particular deals on there? Because there's some of them on there, man, that I get on there, they're already closed, though, right? It's pending a contract or whatever. But it's almost like a treasure hunt. You got to keep searching one by one by one by one. But is there an easier way instead of just searching one by one by one by one to find these, or that's probably the only way?
What auction platform are you talking about?
I'm using typically all three of them, but particularly in our market here in Kansas City, man, we get probably some of the juicy deals on auction.com, man, and Hubzu. And reason why I say some of the juicy deals is because, one, like on Hubzu, I got stuff in Ohio, man. Not just here in my backyard, and that's a note. I'm gonna target just my backyard.
You said Kansas City, Missouri?
Yeah, Kansas City, Missouri, yeah. And remember, in Kansas City, Missouri, we have both access to the Missouri side and the Kansas side. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I can go to Kansas in like 5 minutes from here, and then vice versa. Kansas City is, city of the Chiefs.
I don't see. I mean, I'm like when I'm looking on auction.com right now, like for an example, like it doesn't tell you when it tells you the date. So if it has like a date, for an example, like today is March something. So if it says like online auction date April 1st through 3rd, like that's how you know it's available. So I mean, I'm looking at one right now, Lexington Avenue. I mean, you can go on and see it. The starting bid is $7,500, man. So,
yeah,
I mean,
but that particular one right there, that particular one, is it in KCK or Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas?
I put in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, yeah, okay. That particular one, I think I know what you're talking about. Is it like a greenhouse?
It's a white house. I'm gonna let the world see this. It's a white house we're looking at.
Yeah, that particular one, yeah, that's a hood house, you know, in the hood.
Yeah. Any number that low is gonna be in the hood.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of leave those alone, you know, but I try to focus on a little bit more high equity. I tell everybody if they can, if you want those fat spreads, try to find something at least 125,000.
Yes.
You know, at least. But it depends on your market. But in our market, in the Midwest here, you know, other states that touch and border Missouri, try to find something at least 125 and up, and you'll get at least 10 grand, 20 grand or more.
100%. But to answer your question, just go to them, filter it. You go to do the drop down, auction type drop down, do online auction properties. You know what I'm saying? Do your you can do you can go to let me see. The ones that's ending soon, meaning they haven't ended yet, but they ended within like 5 days. You can just filter it out, and it'll show you the ones that haven't even sold yet. So that's easy. And you save them. Your favorite ones, save them. Okay.
I do.
Yeah, there you go.
Go ahead and put save or click a start to it.
Yep.
Because you were right. Remember in the training you were saying that somehow they won't sell, so they put them right back up. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, you're right. About a week, that stuff will come right back on there.
Oh, yes, sir. Yep. So, because you know why? Because they're bidding against you. They're trying to, because they know people are emotional, and if it keeps you bid on it for 7,500, then it goes to 10K, and just say if your max is 20K, and by the time it's at like 18 or 19K. Did I lose him? I think I lost him. I think I lost my guy here. Hold on 1 second. All right, I think I lost my guy. But anyway, I'll wrap you can still see me, but I'll basically just saying they know that people get emotional when they're bidding. So your max might be at 20K, and you know that's your max. And it might be at 21, the next one might be go to 22. You're like, it's only a $2 grand difference of where I need to be. So only a $2 grand difference. And then next thing you know, you in it for you got a bid for 26K that you won when you know that before you bid it, you was at 20K and you end up bidding at 26K. Hello? Yes, sir. Okay. So basically I was just saying, like, just go ahead and use the filters in there, man. And I want to make some more calls though, but use the filters in there to let you know the properties that's coming up and not sold yet.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, man. I'll just keep ciphering in, but thank you for the advice. I'm finally glad to meet you, man.
And appreciate it, man. And
I've been following your videos, man. I'm finally glad, man. I'm pumped now, man. I just hired a great VA. She's doing phenomenal in the Philippines. So yeah, anybody can do this, man. Just try to automate this process as much as possible. Once you got to get great at it, automate it, man, so you don't have nothing to do with it. 100%.
And congratulations on the wholesale deal. You say you bought it at what, 55? I think you said 55.
Yeah. So I motivated seller. She wanted 75 grand. I talked her all the way down to 55 grand. Wholesale it to at 98. ARV was 250 on that thing. It's a big Brady Bunch house, man. It's 5 to 7 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms from 2 garages, man. This is in Blue Springs, Missouri, you guys. This is right outside of Kansas. This is part of Kansas City, but we got a metro area outside of it. So we try to stick, if you can, stick to like the high equity areas. Like that was a $250,000 home,
100%. Oh, yeah. Well, $250,000, you might have undersold it. And if it was a $250,000 home, if you only sold it for 98K, you might have undersold it. But at least you made 23 grand, man. Congratulations. And you watching my videos, man, that's like inspiring to me, man. That really touches my heart, to be honest with you, man. Like,
I made $40,000 on that thing.
40? Okay. Oh, you're right. You're right. My numbers is off.
It needed about 50 to 70K at work, man. It needed a little bit of work.
50. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey.
50 to 70K at work, yeah. And my buyer, man, calls me to this day, begging me for more deals, man.
Yeah, hey, that's gonna be because you know why he's begging you? Because you undersold it.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You left some meat. You made 40K and you left extra meat on the bones for him to make. So he probably made close to 100K on that deal, or maybe like 80K or something like that.
Yeah, you gotta keep room on that thing. You know, listen, I advertise it at 130. Added 130, right? Because what I do is I try to leave myself a little bit in the negotiation room. Yeah. And I put a 60-day contingency in my contracts. You know, I don't put 30-day stuff. You know, I like to make sure I got enough time. You know, let title company do their job. Let my buyers do their due diligence, whatever. You know, if there's a red flag, there's a red flag.
Yeah, but I want to answer some more questions, man. I appreciate your time, and what I'll do, man, if I was you, that 40K you made, put 20K back in marketing. Please do that.
Automatic. That's already happening now, buddy.
Okay, man. Congratulations, man. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you so much, man. Yeah, thank you so much. I don't mean to blabber so long, you guys.
All right, have a good night.
All right, you too, you guys. Okay. Thanks.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and oops. Let me get a couple more numbers in, guys. I mean, a lot of people are typing questions in. I want you guys to call. I want the world to hear, because you know people have these questions. Sometimes these same questions. And it might help them out. So, let me get some questions in. Let me see if I can scroll up. Let me see. I might have missed a couple numbers. How many people here are put your thumbs up if you're new to wholesaling, if you want me to explain wholesaling. Put your thumbs up if right now if you want me to touch base more on a little bit of wholesaling before we end this live. Okay. If y'all want me to touch base more on wholesaling and you still a little confused on it, if you just want me to elaborate on it, give me the thumbs up. All right, keep going. Let me see who else. Somebody wrote thumbs up. Awesome. Okay. I need to know how to find a property to wholesale. Yep. Next week, I'm going to, wow, we're getting a lot of thumbs up. All right. So we need to elaborate more. Some people calling today on, as you can see, a lot of people calling in today on auction properties. They're doing the auction thing, but I'm going to talk about wholesaling deals. Okay. So basically the name of the game of wholesaling is literally, you have to be a deal finder. Okay. You have to be a marketer. So if you are not marketing for leads, you're not going to be a great wholesaler in your market. Actually, you're going to be a shitty wholesaler in your market, and you're going to be probably out of business because you're not getting leads in. So you want to learn how to market. You want to ask yourself how many, and I'm going to go over to for people that's this first time learning the strategy, I'm going to go over that strategy, just how it works in a minute. But you want to ask yourself, how many leads can I get this week? Every week, how many leads can I get this week? And how many offers can I make this week? Or set a goal. I want to get this amount of leads and I want to make this amount of offers. It's a pure numbers game. And you can't get leads if you're not marketing for sellers. You have to throw the bait out there and raise your hand and be like, yes, I buy houses. So these sellers can be like, oh, he buys houses. Let me call him. Let me call his company or call whatever it is going to your cell phone. Let me call him so I can sell my house to Tom. If they don't know that you buy houses, that means you're not marketing enough. So you want to market. So so basically what wholesaling is for the people that don't know what wholesaling is. I'm going to go get my board real quick. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm gonna put this big ass board on. Let's see if we can put it right here. That's perfect. All right, so can you guys give me thumbs up if you can see this? We're gonna go over wholesaling. Can you see this? Give me thumbs up. Can y'all see that board? All right, so I'm a simple guy, and I like to explain things in a simple way because I feel like even the advanced people understand simple stuff. So that means everybody will understand something simple. If I was being, trying to be technical with huge words and stuff, the simple people like myself won't understand it. So that's why I like to explain stuff in a simple way. All right, so so basically, in a nutshell, you have the wholesaling is you have a seller right here. This is the seller. Again, she's not going to be able to find you. Okay, here's a seller, here's a wholesaler, here's your end buyer. There's 3 people in the transaction. Seller, wholesaler, and you are the wholesaler, and your end buyer. Again, if you're not marketing, you're not going to do deals because you have to obtain leads. So in this example, assuming that you're marketing, I'm going to go over some marketing channels in a minute. This seller, she's not going to be able to reach you if you have a market to get this deal. So assuming that you marketed, this seller calls you off your marketing, whether it's bandit signs, whether it's direct mail, whether it's cold calling, whether it's leads made easy, which I'm going to launch next week. So if you haven't subscribed to my list, go to antonioedwards.com. Please do, because you don't want to miss leads made easy, because that's our #1 lead strategy to get deals today, by far. Okay, so the seller contacts you for marketing, right? Now that you guys have your app upraised, you know what this property is worth. All right, so you can run your comps. All right, or you can know your ARV. I'm sorry, you can run your ARV. So she contacts you. The seller wants $40K for the house. Okay, she wants $40K for the house, and you go to upraise.com. I'm not upraise.com, but your app upraise. I have a habit of saying .com when I'm thinking of like a name like that. But she asking $40K for the house. You go to upraise and you see that the as is value, without adding additional things like kitchen being updated and all that stuff, you see the as is value is around like 65. Now you go on. I would highly recommend you guys get an agent to send you some CMA comps of a 3-bedroom, because this right here is a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,000 square feet. You want to run comps in the area of apples to apples in the same neighborhood. Don't go 10 miles out in a different neighborhood. You want to run comps in the same neighborhood. Comps meaning comparables, comparable sales of a similar property like this. All right. And have an agent send you some CMA. If you don't have that yet, go to Zillow. Zillow is a pretty nifty website if you know how to use it. So you plug in, you put in the address on Zillow. All right. And you want to filter just 3-bedroom on Zillow. You just want to filter. If it's 1,000 square feet, I'm not going to go above 200 square feet more. So I'm going to go from 800 to 1,200 span square feet on Zillow, so it can just tighten up my comps. Okay. I'm a uncheck on Zillow. I'm gonna uncheck townhouses because this is a single family house. I'm gonna uncheck land because I'm not trying to run comps on land. And I'm gonna just keep houses checked, and I'm gonna uncheck condos. All right. So I'm going to go in Zillow and look and see what the properties are selling for. So I'm going to see these little dots. Everybody knows Zillow. That means and I'm going to go to, I'm going to also filter out where it just says sold. Sold is yellow on Zillow, just the yellow. I'm just going to just keep the sold box checked so I can see all the sold homes in this area. So I'm going to see some trends. So if I see the low numbers, I know cash buyers are buying them. This is a cash buying as is property. So if I see buyers buying them for 65, I see buyers buying them for 60. I see buyers buying them for 70. I might see one for like 50. I might see one for 48. I might see one for 60. But I'm seeing a trend around, I would say around that 55 to 65 mark, I can get that property off. So she's asking 40. I'm still going to offer, I'm just going to test the waters a little bit and be like, okay, I'll offer you 30. Well, she come back at 35. Okay. Now I have a deal at 35. I'm walking away with a contract right here in my hand for 35K. It's called a purchase and sale agreement. I'm the buyer on the contract. She thinks I'm the buyer. The seller thinks I'm the buyer on the contract. I am technically the buyer because I can buy it, but in my contract, I have an assignment clause in my contract. It's called and or assigns. So I walk away as a wholesaler, all right, with a $35,000 contract and or assigns and clauses in my contract, meaning that if I couldn't find a buyer for any crazy reason, this is a deal at 40K when you see the comps from 55 to 65 on average, by the way. But I have backup clauses saying like contingent upon third-party approval. That's one of my main clauses, contingent upon third-party approval. Anybody can be a third party. My buyer can be a third party. My contract can be a third party. I mean, I can kind of keep it vague. My termite guy can be a third party. So contingent, and I'm right. He's my third party. So contingent upon third-party approval. All right. Give me some thumbs up if you're getting this so far. Before I go further, give me some thumbs up if this is making sense. And FYI, don't worry about if you don't have an LLC. Do not get caught up in all that bullshit that I got to get my LLC first. I got to get my business card first. You got to get my website up. Fuck that. That you just go out there and get dirty. Get your feet wet. Get your feet wet. My first few deals were in my personal name. And matter of fact, you're not even taking title to this property. The buyer's taking title. So what's the risk? So if you don't have an LLC, put it in your personal name. If so just to carry on, just an and/or signs in this deal here. So I go, again, we are marketers as wholesalers. So you want to know how to market. So I just go, for an example, I already know I'm walking away cheesing like, yes, because I know, and I already ran my comps. I'm so certain I can get it off. I don't care if I had $200 in my name. Okay, I can have $200 in my name. I'm still confident because I ran my comps, I ran my numbers. I'm walking away with I'm walking away with a 35K contract, and I know they're buying them at between 55 and 65 because I ran my comps. Even at 40K, I just tested the water when I offered her 30K. I could have walked away at her asking price at 40K, but I tested the water. She said she'd do 35K. I walked away with a 35K contract and or assigns. So it'd be Antonio Edwards and or signs, or my LLC and or signs, or whatever entity and or signs. I go market this property on Craigslist or put out some banner signs, cheap property, 65 worth 140. Okay. You're going to get calls. So when it calls, hey, I saw your property on Craigslist for 65. He says, well, 140. What's the how can I get in? Okay. So you'd be like, take a drive-by. So they go drive-by, and if the property's vacant, you meet them at the property and you show them the property or whatnot, and they'd be like, oh, I can't pay 65. What's the, you know when you got somebody real, I can do. Usually, I'm gonna keep this real with you. The wholesalers that are acting like this, those are the ones lowball you. They're not serious. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I'll pay you 40 for it." You're a wholesaler, man. You get out of here. I want a buyer. The buyers, the real buyers, these are gonna be the ones. They're gonna be in that ballpark at 55. You already seen the numbers. He might come back, like in this example here. He comes back at 62.5. He said, "That's my bottom end price." 62.5. I can close in a week. I can show you my proof of funds, and always ask for proof of funds. Proof of funds for people that don't know is basically him showing that he has 62.5, at least 62.5 in his bank account. or somewhere. All right. So he has to show me a 62-5 proof of funds letter before I send him another contract called an assignment of contract, showing me that he can pay for this property. That lets him know if they tell you no, then don't just run. Like that is like so standard for a buyer to show you proof of funds. Matter of fact, if any buyer bids on a property or submits an offer on the MLS, all right, you have to show proof of funds. Like that is requirement. So why me as a wholesaler, I need proof of funds too. So he sends me a proof of funds. Now we're moving to the second contract. It's called the assignment contract. That's the contract where I'm going to assign my $35,000 contract to him. He agreed at 62.5. I'm going to assign it to him for a $27,500 assignment fee. I'm basically selling my rights to my contract between me and the seller for a $27,500 assignment fee. So I'm not coming to the closing. Some people might be watching this, right? Some people might be watching this with $500 in their name, and you can fucking wholesale all day long. I mean, you can have $1 million in your name. You can wholesale all day long. It's just all you're doing is flipping a piece of paper. You are the middle man. I was literally one of my Philadelphia Eagles guys today. Really good day, by the way, because he's about to buy his first investment property. So good for him. So shout out to you. And I was explaining he was like, how you got started? And I explained how I got started. And I told him this, and he was like, dang, he's like, that a scam? I was like, no, man. It's like, this is really real. I had $190 into my name when I did my first deal. My first deal was $12,500, and he was blown away. Like, so a lot of people, even with tons of money, don't even know about this strategy. But you can work. This works with tons of money, or you can have $500 in your name or $100 in your name. So I'm not coming to the closing table with $35K. He's coming to the closing table. So closing day, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, or even 30 days. 30 days is a long time for a cash deal, unless it's a small problem on the title issue or something like that. But if it's a clean title, it's a clean title. Let me backtrack a little bit. All right, I have my contract with my seller. I have my assignment agreement between me and my buyer saying I'm assigning for a $27,500. I send those two contracts to my title company. And if you don't have a title company, all you got to do is go Google your city, say Cleveland, Ohio, title company, or go to these groups. These groups on Facebook, I mean, they'll tell you what's the best investor-friendly title company. All right. But it's not hard finding a title company. You can Google a title company, Cleveland, Ohio, or Austin, Texas title company, and you ask them, do you guys honor assignment fees? Any standard title company know what this is. If they don't know what this is, run, because this is the most standard investing concept out there is wholesaling. But anyway, the closing day comes in. You might ask, like, damn, man, I 35K, I don't have that. I got $1,000 in my name, Antonio. Like, this guy's going to bring the money. You're in buyer. You're just the middle. You just got this on the contract. So your buyer is going to wire or bring a cashier's check, however he gets the money to the title company. He's going to wire the 62.5 plus his closing costs. Remember, when you buying houses, you got to pay closing costs. That was the HUD I went over earlier. Wholesaler doesn't pay closing costs unless you agree with the seller that you're going to pay her closing costs to get the deal. And that's a different story. In most cases, you're not paying the closing costs. You're just getting your flat 27.5 fee. So he brings the 62.5 to the closing table. You, the wholesaler, gets the 27.5 assignment fee, and your seller gets her 35K minus her closing costs. Because remember, on the HUD is a buyer and it's a seller side. Buyer side, seller side. And you, on the second page, if this was a wholesale deal, you will have your name assignment fee on the second page, 27.5 on the buyer side, and that comes out his closing. That's added on to his closing costs. That's a wholesale deal, guys. Tell me, does that anybody give me a thumbs down if you don't understand that concept? Because if I say thumbs up, and most people are going to say thumbs up, but people that didn't understand that, give me a thumbs down right now if you lost, if I lost you, and I'll call you right now and we'll break whatever question you have that you're lost on regarding this. This is the easiest strategy out there. Like, literally, it's the easiest concept to understand. And on the flip side, it's the hardest one to find deals. The reason why it's the hardest one to find deals because everybody and their mama goes and start this strategy first, and you got millions of people doing this strategy. So if you're not a good marketer, you're not going to be able to find these little 35 to 40K deals that you can flip and make 27K for. But if you're not a find deals, I just explained wholesaling to you. So the finding deal part is that's the icing on the cake. If you can find deals, you're going to make a lot of money wholesaling. And that's the reason why I don't rehab properties no more, because we're great at finding deals. There's no need for me to rehab a property. It takes me freaking 4 to 5 months. In my market, is an average rehabber makes about 20 to 30K in between, 20 to 30K, because our price points, our median price is 250. We're selling houses 250 and below. Okay, so 20 to 30K. You in and out 4 or 5 or so months, 3 months. I say three on a 3 and between the time that this guy right here is going to rehab it. It's worth 140K fixed up. Remember, he's going to put the repairs in. He's going to rehab it. He do all his jazz. You got in and got out 27.5 few weeks. If you can do 3 deals a month, and that's a small number. If you do 3 deals a month at 10K a pop, if you could do $10,000 deals a month, that's 30K. All right. And I'm being conservative, I'm being super conservative. People, all my California folks, all my San Francisco, all my LA folks, this is a tiny deal. Like, if you make 27K, that's like the tiny deal. In my market, 27K on an assignment deal, that's a pretty much a home run. Because the reason why, because your numbers, you're not finding a 40K purchase. It's impossible to find a 40K purchase in LA. It's impossible to find a 40K purchase in San Fran. It's just, I got to add another 0 to this, and that's a hood house out there. So their numbers mean bigger numbers, meaning bigger spread. So they're a 40, 50K purchase on a wholesale deal out there. So that I get that. I understand that. I see two thumbs down. What? Give me a number. Give me a number. I'll answer this right for you. I'll answer this for you right now. Shoot me your number. Okay, so he said, I need to know if I need to bring the purchase and sale agreement as soon as I get it signed. I usually wait until we get our end buyer first. And we sign the assignment of contract, meaning I'm assigning him this contract, my rights to this contract for a 27.5 assignment fee in this example. I'll wait till we sign with the end buyer first, and then we'll send both contracts to the title company. But in the meantime, like I said earlier, you still keep the seller warm. Hey, just say if it's a week go by and you haven't found a buyer yet. Hey, Miss Seller, just give me an update. Everything's going well. Hopefully we get this thing done soon. How are you, by the way? Just kind of lead it on from there. Just keep them warm. In the meantime, you're still trying to find a buyer. Again, you got a back out clause contingent upon third-party approval. You'll be crazy if you can't. You'd be a sucky, one of the worst marketers if you can't sell this. In this example, you ran your comps and you see buyers are buying them in that same neighborhood for 55 to 65 on an average, and you can't sell that. You can't find an end buyer. Like, that means you just didn't. You maybe put one sign in a yard or something. I don't know, because this type of deal will fly off the shelf. No problem. No problem. If you put it on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, put about 30 signs out. Go to gosection8.com. You can, some states, like I love my state because we can list them on the MLS as a wholesaler, on the MLS as a contract owner. We've been killing that for years. That's one of my best ways to find buyers, because I don't even call my pocket buyers no more, because I know their numbers. These new buyers on the MLS, when we have 28 offers, 30 offers on one deal, these people waking up. I feel like it's people waking up like, yes, I want to buy a property today cash because they're getting their money out of the stock market, and that's why our market is being inflated. But I'll put this property on the MLS and I probably can get fucking 75, 80K for it. This is a sample. So check your market and see if you can list deals on the MLS as a wholesaler. You don't even have to own the property. You just need to be having on the contract as a contract owner. And yes, that's legal. Just make sure all states, some states don't allow it, but my markets does. My markets do. Go to AntonioEdwards.com right now. Go to AntonioEdwards.com. You can get the contracts. If the owner's deceased, they should have some type of somebody in the family. It could go to a probate. If the owner's deceased, it's probably gonna go through probate, and it should have some type of like someone that has a power of attorney to sign some type of signed docs. But it should be inherited to the heirs of that property, where they sign. You know, it might go to some brothers, some sisters, and it might be like. Heir property usually have multiple siblings involved and people involved. Might be 5 people that got heir to, and all of them all got to agree, and they all have to sign on that contract. So if this was a contract, if this was a contract right here, a purchase and sale agreement, right? A purchase and sale agreement, and if somebody died and it got inherited to 5 siblings. All 5 have to sign their name and agree to your 40K, or I'm sorry, your 35K purchase. Now, if 4 says yes and 1 like, hell no, I'm not signing, then you don't have a deal. Ask me how I know. I had one time, I had 18 heirs on one property. I would never forget that deal, man. That was a monster. It took us 2 months, and my title company was so anal. So anal. Antonio, you got to get them. You got to get every signature. You got a total of 10 signatures. I come back with 15. Well, they said the other 3, said okay. No, Antonio, you got to get the other 3. You got to get all 18. You need 3 more to go. I'm like, fuck. And 1 was in jail. I mean, it was nuts. It was nuts. It took me 2 months to get that signed. Come to find out, the deal. I mean, I had it. It would have been like a $40,000 wholesale deal. This was years ago. About like 7, 8 years ago. Man, I was licking my lips for that deal, man. I needed that 40K back then. And that was one of my wake-up calls to not rely on just one deal. Then I can go over a little bit about that. But it went south. It took me 2 months of energy to get full-blown 18 signatures of heirs. I got that. I was happy, and the deal went south because you think 18 people, that's a numbers game now. You don't think somebody going to have all these liens and judgments against them. That just blew the deal away. I think, like, I can't remember the exact number, but it was several out of 18 that had child support owed, like a lot of money. I can't remember. This was like a 60 or 70K purchase, and I was trying to sell it for like 110, 120, somewhere over those low 100 range. And it had like damn near like over $200,000 worth of, between all of them, liens, judgments, child support owed. I mean, it was a wreck. So that deal never closed. Never closed. So never depend on one deal. You want to throw that bait out there, get the marketing, get those leads coming in. How fast can I get these leads coming in? Because I want these leads to come in, because I want to get these properties locked up. I want to have 5 deals at one time, 10 deals at one time. Because if you have 10 deals at one time, maybe 2 or 3 might fall apart, but you still got 7 or 8 good ones that's gonna close. But if you have one deal, you built the momentum, got one deal, making 20K on paper on, you kind of hold back like, yeah, I got 20K coming in 3 weeks. Next thing you know, you stop your marketing, you stop getting leads because you saw that 20K and coming, it fell apart. Now you're so discouraged. But imagine if you got that same deal You go harder. You got more leads coming in, more leads come in. And while that property's under contract, you just picked up two more in the contract. You keep the momentum going, That deal goes south. You still got those two. You pick up two more, and you just never stop. That's what the game of wholesaling is about, is marketing for leads to get deals. You have to go through a whole bunch of shitty no's. No. Take me off your list. Take me off your list. Stop calling me. Fuck off. All that. You go through probably majority of that to get the yes. Get the yes, do it again. No. Fuck off. And you get the yes. No. Fuck off. Take me off your list. Then you get the yes. It never ends. That's the wholesaling game, is marketing for leads. Most of those leads gonna tell you to stop calling them, fuck off, take me off your list. But there's that one gold egg that always comes. And if you can, the faster you can get those leads coming in, and the faster you can be numb to knowing that this comes with the game, then you're gonna be making a lot of money. Again, when you start building your team, they should know that this comes with this. So that's when I was giving an example earlier, Upwork.com with cold calling. You're cold calling people. You want to make sure that they are experts in cold calling real estate, or just even leads in general, because cold calling any type of lead in any business, you're going to get those weird ass people personality. Everybody's freaking different. So you want to put people in positions where they're good at. Me personally, I don't want to freaking talk to people that's telling me fuck off all day. But I know I need it in my business. I have people in my business freaking crushing it. They understand it. They like it. They've been doing it for years. That's their expertise. My expertise is finding deals, getting them closed, finding the money. I can do that all day long. All right. So was that good stuff? I see some questions coming in, though. Wow, somebody said, man, same Antonio from Land and Sea. Wow, you going back, man. Yes, that's one of my jobs. I used to work, man, 12, 13, 14 hours a day. Shout out to my mom. My mom put me onto that job when I was 16 years old. I worked that job from 16 to 23. I don't know who you are, but you mentioned Land and Sea. I worked that job for 7 years of my life, driving trucks. But yeah, so basically how you find leads is cold calling. What we use a service called 1,000 calls a day. It's not cheap, but it's fucking effective. So 1,000 calls a day comes with a freaking full team, comes with a full cold caller. We go over stats every Monday with my team. How many leads we got this week? How can we get better? How many leads are on landlines? How many leads on mobile calls? Are the landlines converting better? Because maybe we just need to focus on landlines. Are the mobile ones for that, or the phone for the cell phone type leads? Are we getting more leads from that? If so, we need to just cut back on the list and just do the cell phone. So we use 1,000 calls a day.com, and they say they call 1,000 calls a day, but they're calling about 500 to 700 cold calls a day. That's how hard you got to go, guys. We have people in place that's calling. I'm talking about per person, 500 to 700 calls. We have multiple people calling 500 to 700 people per day. Cold call, not 10 people, not 20. You want to do a deal. We want to do deals every month. All right. So 1,000 calls a day. Again, this is not for the people that's on the budget. I hate to say it, but this is not cheap. But if you want to freaking get a deal next month, I want to say next month. Yeah, next month, because it's about to be April. Yeah, 1,000 calls a day. I mean, you're going to freaking call damn near 20,000 people in a whole month. Cold calling. Now, out of calling 20,000 people, you may get 150 solid leads for appointments. And out of 150 solid leads for appointments, you might score about 3 deals. out of those rest of the 147 people that you 150 people, 3 appointments, 147 are follow-ups. And now you start building up that follow-up pipeline. That is where the money is. We're willing them in, throwing them in that follow-up bucket, Next thing you know, 3 months went down the line. You got freaking 500 people in your follow-up bucket. Now that's a whole nother department. Have somebody in my department just specifically making follow-up calls. That's just one task. That's a whole different thing. The more you're doing in your business, it's just gonna freaking run you down. You have to have a team. I'm pretty sure you guys watch YouTube or follow other people in all businesses. You have to have a team. You can't get out of it. You can't to run a business. You're gonna have a team. So 1,000 calls a day that's only one lead generation strategy. That's our second best. Our first best is leads made easy, which are dropping next week, and I can't wait. Leads made easy we're freaking crushing. We're getting 50 to 60 leads a day, literally. Like sometimes, like I have to have two people in place in that department. And these sellers call us. We're not calling them. They call us. So it's not cold calling. So sometimes I'll be like, man, wow, man, Tony, like this is really flowing today. Like this is kind of getting overwhelming in a joking way. Because we're getting a lot of leads. It's too many leads. So this is a great thing. But yeah, so that we're dropping that next week. Leads made easy. And we'll have a skip trace service in that as well. It's going to be like laid out like on a simple. Again, I'm a simple person. If I can use it, you can use it. Another way. So leads made easy is the first one we're dropping next week. Cold calling, 1000callsaday.com. It's not cheap. So we pay several $1,000s a month just for 1,000 calls a day. It's worth it. Trust me. But if you don't have that, don't go to that just yet. Direct mail is not cheap if you want to do deals. Okay, yes, you can go send out 100 postcards. You can do 100 letters. Okay, I understand that. But you got to ask yourself, like, you're competing with everybody in the market. That's probably the #1 go-to for most investors in this market, in all our markets, is direct mail. Because, you got guys like, guys I know, the big guys I know personally, sending, 25,000 letters a month or spending 50 grand a month on marketing using direct mail. You send a lot of pieces out. So if you send in 100 pieces, you're only going to reach a certain amount. Now, I'm not saying don't do that. If that's all you have, you may get lucky, but it's going to be tough to get a deal sending out a couple hundred letters and pieces a month in direct mail. I'm just being brutally real with you, man. And girls and women out there. It's going to be tough. That's why I'm so excited about Leads Made Easy, because this is made for people that doesn't have a huge budget, but you're going to get a fuck ton of leads. And I love it. We're crushing it. Another one is bandit signs. You do have to put a lot of bandit signs out. I do recommend about a minimum. And I'm talking about stuff so you can get a deal, at least a deal a month. If you put out 100 bandit signs, in a 3-month span, and you're like, man, I put out some signs, and then of course you're not going to, you didn't get a deal because you only put out 100 bandit signs. I will recommend 1,000 bandit signs a month in today's market. You take me back to when I first got started in 2009, 2010, when it was a crash and a lot of investors were out of the game, and I was basically seemed like it was a no man's land, and I was put out just 100 signs here and there. Then that's different. But everybody and their mom's putting out bandit. You're competing. So you want to find the best ways to find deals. I do like this method though. If you can go down to your local city, all right. If you can go down to your local city and get like the probate list and dig and stuff like that, just go to your city and ask whether we can get probates and see the fresh probate list and send direct mail to that type of list. That is going to be gold mine. Probates. Absentee owners, that's a really good one, but you're going to have to send out a lot of pieces for that, or targeting. Guys, I'm basically what I'm getting to. I'm going to freaking alleviate your problem next week when Leads Made Easy. So to go to AntonioEdwards.com. Leads Made Easy. No, it's not. I'm just looking at some questions. I'm looking at questions here. Mark Cooper says $30,000 a month. What are you talking about? $30,000 a month? Are you talking about like the rec mail that I was talking about? Yeah, I mean, the average big guys are spending between in direct mail. I would say $10,000 and up a month. Like the big guys, like wholesaling and rehabbers, and I mainly wholesalers, like the big wholesalers in any market. 10 grand a month is like an average. That's like a starting point for a big guy, just to get consistent deals. Now you're going to get deals. I mean, that's why you spend that month a month, because if I could tell you spend $10,000 a month and you can just say get 40K back or 50K back on wholesales, then you would do it. But most people don't have 10K a month. So that's why Leads Made Easy is going to alleviate the freaking problem. Go to AntonioEdwards.com. You get my free contracts, and next week, I mean, you'll see it. It's going to be Leads Made Easy in the headline box available. So, and I'm gonna have some demos of how it works and stuff like that. Somebody asked, what's the tax liability with wholesaling? I'm not a tax expert, but yeah, you get taxed with wholesaling. So earlier on this live, I was telling you I recommend opening you up a self-directed Roth IRA. And I understand, your first 5 or 10, or maybe your first 5 deals, you might, they go to your bank account. But after you get some money in your bank, wholesale some deals in your IRA so you don't have to pay much in taxes. It's just simple and plain. And then once you get your IRA money up, you start buying properties for hold out of your IRA. And this is super duper, it's like the ninja way to not pay taxes. I mean, that's where the real wealth is built, when you don't have to pay taxes. So, or you can lend money out of the IRA. Again, you don't want to keep money in these like savings accounts and IRA accounts. You're building your IRA account so you can still throw that money out there for as a buy and hold, and you get the rents are coming in, they're going in your IRA, and you're building wealth, and it's getting you a return back bigger than what it was when it was sitting in your IRA. But the point of it is that you're not paying, the taxes is very like low. You won't pay as much in taxes. I don't know if you heard the saying that, I don't know if you guys follow Ron LeGrand, but he's like OG. He's been in the game for years, but I don't know if you heard his slogan. The less I do, the more I make. That's a real slogan. The less I do, the more I make. And it's specifically because of real estate, because there's so many tax loopholes. Again, I'm not a tax consultant. Maybe one day on this show, I'll bring a tax expert and we can go over some tax, specifically how the tax loopholes and the ways you can get around taxes and pay less in taxes in real estate. But if you just wholesaling the deal, then yeah, I mean, of course, you're going to get ate up in taxes every year. Wholesaling is nothing but a high-paying job. There's a lot of money to be made. A lot of money. You can make $5 million wholesaling houses a year if you really own it. And you got a team in place, systems in place, of course. But you're going to be paying taxes. So best believe you about to set apart close to $2 million, $1.5 million in taxes. And then, of course, you got some tax write-offs. Marketing is tax write-off. Maybe this right here, this board right here is a tax write-off. That's part of my office. So yeah, you got tax write-offs. Me going out, just say if I go to a lunch meeting tomorrow and I spend $100 at a lunch meeting, and I paid for my investors' lunch, and we had drinks and all that. Yeah, that's a tax write-off. That's a tax write-off. But you still got to pay taxes when you wholesale. So I'm going to kind of end this thing in a little bit. I'm freaking like starving. So I want to take a couple more questions. I'll take one more number. It's in this thing with a bang. I'll take one more number. Is this good stuff, guys? Give me thumbs up. Give me thumbs up. You guys want me to do this more often or what? I'll probably do a live next week. You know what? I do a live next week when we're ready for the leads may easily be ready. So give me some thumbs up if you like this right here. And I need one more number, and we're gonna call this a night. Okay. I gave you guys 2 hours of hardcore content. I want you guys to go out there and take action, because when you take action, you get results. I mean, you can freaking, I mean, look. I mean, it's just look at some. You ever look at people, somebody be like, dang, like they made it, like, or like, wow, like I'm not the smartest cookie in the book. I'm telling you, I just work harder than a lot of people. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not the smart. I don't even grasp some of this stuff quicker than people. I just fucking bang my head until I get it. Because most of you guys may pick up faster than me, but I work harder than a lot of people. I work hard. I go hard. And the person who works harder is going to beat talent any day. That's why you see some of these music artists out today, and you be like, damn, they suck. But I guarantee their work ethic is freaking crazy. So that's going to outbeat talent any day. I don't care how much talent or how smart, book smart you are. Book smart is cool, but if you got to hustle, man, you're gonna kill your competition. Well, I don't say kill your competition. It's never going to be competition, because you just work hard. You're going to get results because you're taking action. You execute. Appreciate it, Mark, man. I try to make it easy, man. Let me get a phone number. Let me get a phone number. Let me get a phone number, guys. You guys are being shy tonight with these phone numbers. More typed in questions coming in, more so than the phone numbers. All right, let me get one more number. I'll give it 60 seconds to come in. I don't see no numbers coming in. All right, Zeus, we got you. I got you. Calling you right now, Zeus.
Hello.
Zeus, what's going on, bro?
Hey, Antonio, man, I've been watching, and I appreciate that. Appreciate all the information you guys got going on right now.
Awesome, man. I'm glad you gave us chime your number in. It seems like a lot of people being shy. They typing questions, but don't want to bring their number in. But
no, man, I'm eager to know about all I can on this business.
Yeah, man.
First and foremost, I was on there when you said you don't need an LLC. Well, I'm a newbie to this, and I ended up getting one already.
That's cool. That's 100% cool, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I was just saying, for people that saw that example that doesn't have an LLC yet, don't let it stop you from doing deals today. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's it.
I've been driving for dollars, but my main question is that I've been trying to get answered is about the land trust. Is it a good thing to do that, or how was it when you started? How did you do the purchase and sale or the assignment contracts? Is it better to do it under a trust fund? I mean, the land trust? Well,
a land trust is just another entity, pretty much. It's just another entity to take title in without paying any money to create an entity. So, for an example, 2 weeks ago, I just closed on a duplex, subject to. So subject to, guys, is basically I'm just taking over the existing loan of a property of a seller that allows me to do that. So I brought the property subject to, and I put it in a land trust instead of my LLC. So the street, you got a lot of noise in your background, man. Yeah. Okay. So I took the property was subject to, and I didn't want to put it in my LLC. So the street of the property was Grove Street. So I put it in Grove Family Land Trust. Okay. And that's just an entity. You can name your land trust anything. You can name it literally anything. You know what I'm saying? So inside that land trust.
The typical one would be like the address of
the
spot that you're trying to get.
Exactly. Yep, you could do that. Like, yep, you could do 1, 2. Let's say if your address is 123 Main Street. I know that's kind of cliche.
Let's say to further on that question is, let's say I do put a contract in the trust, and then I ended up closing it. Can I still use that same trust for a different contract, or do I gotta?
No, I would each house put in his own trust, a land trust.
Even after I close it.
What do you mean, like after you?
Like say the contract, the buyer ends up, getting it, and I signed the contract to him, and I basically assigned the trust.
You talking about you trying to wholesale a land trust?
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, well, your buyer have to be basically your buyer would have to be in agreement, because a lot of buyers these days want to put their stuff in their own LLC. They're like, oh, I don't want your land trust. I just put it in my own LLC. So you want to make sure you got to talk with your buyer first and be like, hey, man, this is an REO property. I can't assign it. So let's do a land trust. I mean, you have to do a whole explanation, man. I mean, yeah, I haven't wholesaled a property to an end buyer with a land trust I created in a while, because I start finding they want to put them in their own LLC. And that's cool. I have nothing wrong with that. But as far as my own deals that I close on, yeah, I put them in a land trust. It's asset protection. Guys, look up land trust tonight. What's that?
Is that like something that you're gonna hold on to, and that's why you put it on your land trust?
Yeah, yep. So somebody trip and fall, want to sue me for $50,000 for some dumbass lawsuit for 50 grand. Oh man, I'm gonna sue him $50,000. I fell and hurt my knee. Yeah, they're gonna sue my land trust.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to end that land trust if I have some lawsuit, and they're going to go to court trying to sue a dead land trust. So let them have it. They're not going to sue they can't sue me personally, because the land trust is the name, the buyer or the owner of that house.
Well, yeah, I understand you should not have anything basically tied to you.
No. But if you're wholesaling, you're not taking title to a property.
That's always my question, because look, I just started, like I said, and I got this program. I saw a little thing that's from Peter Soloris. It's about wholesaling. It's like do the autopilot type of thing, and on his little his mentor stuff, his videos. That's what he was basically saying. Like, it's good to have your LLC, and it'd be good to put it in a trust fund. But what I'm hearing is, like, if I get a trust, it's like $600. Then I gotta get another one for another.
No, a land trust don't cost you nothing, bro. Nah, land trust is an 8-page document that you can pull up from your freaking, literally, you pull it out of nowhere. Like, you want to make sure that land trust is right, but yeah, you just it's an 8-page document. You create all the assets in the land trust. It's who's the beneficiary, meaning the beneficiary is the owner of that land trust, and who's the trustee. The trustee is nobody different than somebody who's just that the beneficiary assigns a task to sign the documents for that land trust. So when closing day comes for the HUD, the title company is going to have the trustee sign, even though the beneficiary is the owner of that land trust. I hope that's not confusing, but that's really how it works.
Yeah, if I could see it in, as an example, that would be a lot better. I'm more of a, I watch it done. I'm more of a learner like that, but. Man, okay, I get it, because I was going to. I don't know if you heard.
What's your email, bro? I'll email you our land trust.
Okay, well, I'll give you start it up. The MJ, like Mary, Jose, MJ, Property Solutions, 916.
That's your company, Property Solutions?
Yes, sir.
I like that,
MJ,
man.
Property Solutions.
M1, what was that, the last one?
916.
Oh, 916,
And at gmail.com. Any information you can send my way, man, about the wholesaling, and I appreciate it. Like the guy was saying earlier, the one-on-one, the first one, the old videos, I seen that about the hood houses.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, you know, if that's where I have to start, I'll be eager to do anything just to, you know, I got 3 kids, man, and I'm trying to get mine's going, you know?
Man, 100%, man. I feel that 1000%, bro. Yeah, but I got you, man. I'm gonna have my assistant send you that that land trust agreement to your MJ Property Solutions, man, and get on my subscriber list, man. I mean, we're launching.
Oh, definitely, most definitely, man.
We're launching Leads Made Easy as of today's date. So if somebody might see this 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, it'll be already launched. So, but yeah, I got you, man. I appreciate your time. Any wholesaling questions or any investing or building wealth questions outside of land trust?
I mean, if I do it, I mean, can I just email you back on because right now it's just, you know, my mind is going 1,000 miles a minute, you know, so.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, yeah, I mean, my assistant's going to email you. So yeah, I mean, if she could maybe chime in on a question or so.
Okay. And then you do another live next week, like you said. And,
yeah.
I'll chime in on that one too.
100%, bro.
Hey, I appreciate the, you know, all the knowledge, bro.
Okay, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, let's have a good one.
All right, guys. So if you guys want to talk to me more, I'm gonna show you. Download the Moti app. Moti app. Moti, M-O-T-I. Download the Moti app right now. Okay, it's very simple. M-O-T-I, the Moti. Moti, M-O-T-I. Download the Moti app on your phone. It's just another social media platform where you can call. All right, and request that you want to speak to me, and we can if I'm like free, we'll cop. And then what it does is that it'll record our conversation and we can see face to face, like kind of like a Zoom. So download the Moti app. That's where I be. That's where I be, guys. So M-O-T-I. M-O-T-I. Download the Moti app. I'm gonna show you again. It's not online. This is a phone app. It's an app for your phone. Just like social media, you'd be on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. You know, you're mostly on your phone with those social media. Look for me, Antonio Edwards. All right, Antonio Edwards right there. Friend me, and boom, and you'll send me a request to speak to me. So it's very simple. Download the Moti app if somebody wants to speak to me and send me a request. We can even like set a scheduled time to speak on that. Speak up here, and any burning question you have on the spot, we can hop on a face-to-face call that auto pre-records on both of our phones. I mean, not pre-record, it saves the recording on our phone once we're done, so you can go back and look at it. So guys, I appreciate you guys' time. I had fun tonight. This was awesome. You guys, you know, had some sick questions, some nice, amazing questions. I hope that helped out the other viewers that didn't get their, you know, they didn't even put their number in. I hope the question that you heard on the phone from other people, I hope that helped you out as well. So guys, just make it happen. Don't be afraid to make offers. Do your numbers and make offers. Once you do your numbers, get the leads, do your numbers, make offers, and you're going to do a deal. I mean, I was just looking at literally like, I'll show you this right here. Because a lot of these people teaching this shit, man, they're not doing deals. Some people are, don't get me wrong. But a lot of the guys, I mean, we're out here really cranking deals. I just saw this, like, I was popping on live. So you can see this right here. Right there. What it says. I need, remember I said proof of funds? I need a copy of the $500 EMD made payable to American Escrow and Title, and I also need she needs my proof of funds. So that's a deal I just got accepted. I actually got 2 deals today. I have a short sale that got approved. I offered them $25K. They came back at $30. I'm going to take it. That's going to be a buy and hold. I could probably get 8. Ironically, I own the one next door, literally next door. I paid $30K for that one. Okay, yep. And we're getting $875 a month for that. Hey, Alex, if you're watching this, bro, on Manley Street, that's just my acquisitions guy, by the way, guys. I saw him up here. Alex, I got the one next door. I got it accepted today, approved short sale. So we're going to get that slow flip going. All right, guys. So download the Modi app. I'll show you one more time. That's the app right there. Modi. Download that app, Modi. And that's Easy Calculators. See Easy Calculators? I gave y'all that earlier. Easy Calculators. But download the app Modi right now. Download the app Modi. Just know how you find somebody on social media when you look them up. My social handle on Modi is Antonio Edwards. And send me a request. All right, so guys, have a great night. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, and I'll see you again. It was a fun night. Have a good night.